You're watching Mugen TV RPG Haven. Experience a fantasy like no other.
Hey everyone, this is MugenLord here, and I just want to talk a bit about Final Fantasy VII Remake, but before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy this channel content. Now, let us dive right into it. Now, a lot of you have been following my coverage of Final Fantasy VII Remake up to its launch and even after the game officially released, but we have yet to discuss how Square Enix will handle the series moving forward into the next generation. We all know that the game will be broken into multiple parts, and each will count as its own individual experience. The question we have yet answered is whether or not the data will transfer over from each game into the next. Will all materia, weapon skills, and weapons transfer over to part 2, or does our hard grind count for nothing? Well, even if we have yet to receive any kind of answer from the development team, we do have somewhat of a glimpse of what we can expect moving into the next generation with the PS5. An article from Gaming Intel reports that PS4 game saves apparently won't transfer over to the PS5. This is not only bad for gamers who want to play all their PS4 games on the PS5, but it's also a chance that transferable data from the first part of Final Fantasy VII Remake to the second part won't be a possibility. This probably won't be an issue for most people, but some may feel like the game doesn't feel like a full experience. What about character relationships based on player choices in the game, especially between Aerith and Tifa? If you played the original game, there's a dating scene at the Golden Saucer. Depending on your affection between Tifa and Aerith, that will determine who pretty much you will date at the Golden Saucer. So how would that impact those elements moving forward into part 2 of Final Fantasy VII Remake? Maybe this is another reason why they want to create each part as a full separate experience in order to avoid challenges such as transferable save data. So my question is, will players already have all the weapon skills given to the party at the beginning of the second part, or will they do away with the skills and summons in the first part? But what about those who purchase the deluxe and special editions to receive those special summons? Are those just left behind in the first games? And those are some of the questions that I hope will be answered next year, since the second part of Final Fantasy VII Remake is now in production. And if you guys want to check that video out, I also will post that in the video card or in the link in the description below. But that pretty much wraps up this video. It's a pretty quick video. I just didn't want to just hold you guys for too long because this is just a quick question. I just want to hear your thoughts and what do you think about this. Do you think Final Fantasy VII will remake will have some type of transferable data that transfer from one part to the other? Or will they seriously follow on their promise of making each title as its own individual experience? And how does that feel, knowing the fact is that you played the original game and it was a full experience from your levels, your quests, your weapons, your summons, your materia, and everything, and now everything is broken into parts? How does that feel at the fact is that some of that stuff may not even carry over into the next game, or just completely cut out in general? So if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you want to be notified for more Final Fantasy VII Remake news, make sure you hit that bell to be notified. This is MugenLord, signing off. See you Game Fiends later. Peace out. It looks like you reached the end of the video. Well, while you're at it, check out some of my other discussion videos by clicking on the annotations below, and don't forget to follow me on other social media platforms to stay up to date with future content. Signing off.